Okay. Hello and welcome to York St John University, our first virtual study abroad fair. I'm joined by my colleagues from Munich University of Applied Sciences. Thank you for joining me today through our technology our problems. My name is Jess and I am from the study abroad team. I'm going to play you a short video to begin with, just to introduce you to the university. I will share my screen. Can you see my video?
Not so far. Now it's coming up.
Yes. Has it worked?
We can see it, but now you have to start it. Yep.
Right,
Very
okay.
good.
I will
Okay.
press now.
Opportunities. University of Applied Sciences. Study. Technology. Design. Testing the waters in a wide range of different. In addition to bachelor's and educational and professional training programs. Students practice-oriented and interdisciplinary learning, teaching, and research. School children as part of the social collaboration with international partners, such as to Ecuadorian rainforest in part of Amazonia. Student projects bring field to us. University job fair attracts over 100 companies to build an ideal network. Members of our past faculty and motorsports not only and also organizational developing new technologies such as solar cells, diversity is a commitment of everyone to helping shape our university of primary professors.
Thank you. I will stop sharing my screen. Thank you for sending that video that I think really introduces your university really well. I don't know if you want me to ask some questions or if you want to talk a little bit more about the university and the departments. Yeah.
So, well, yeah, actually, myself, my name is Nicole Morandi, my colleagues Martina Schreiner and Desiree Fried, we are representing the Department of Business Administration, and my colleague Cornelia Liem, she's the one representing the Department of Tourism. So depending on the questions, it depends who is going to answer it then in the end. So then go ahead.
Thank you. Do you want to tell me a bit about how many numbers you have in the university approximately, how many international students that you have at the university approximately?
So it depends on the definition on international students. All in all, we have around 18,000 students in all of the departments in Munich. And we have around 2,000 in the Department of Business Administration. And Cornelia, I'm not sure, but tourism is around the same, around 1,800 or so.
Yeah, 1,800 students.
Exactly. We are on different campuses, tourism and business administration. Tourism is in the city center and business administration is a little outside, but not outside of Munich, but outside of the city center. So everything is, well, you can reach everything quite properly with public transport, with the suburban trains, underground buses and everything. So yeah, it's quite good.
What would you say are the main benefits of studying in an amazing city such as Munich?
Well, as I was born in Munich, so I'm the one who loves the city. And yeah, well, I mean, you maybe have heard that we are the city which is the most north one of Italy. So we have like an Italian flair. Everybody's sitting around outside in the summertime. We have the Alps around us. We have lots of lakes and around us, and yeah, living is it's quite nice. And even the mentality of the Bavarian people is also a nice one. And it's an international city, so we have so many international companies around here. So even if you're not able to speak German, you will make it with English, and that's quite okay.
You know, when I visited, I must say I loved the city so much. It was definitely a city that I felt like I could live in. And I went at Christmas, so it was even better.
Yeah, well, with the Christmas markets, it's a long tradition that we have here with the Christmas markets. Even that year, even with COVID, we will have one here in the city center. It's not the same as usual, but we will have the huts and everything a little more, yeah, not that many, and they're not on one place, but yeah, they try to have the flair and to keep it on.
I'm glad they're trying.
Yeah.
Our exchange students this semester, of course, they were very disappointed because the Oktoberfest was cancelled for the first time ever. And but I think they are still making the best out of their experience and their stay in Munich. So it's a fantastic city, a fantastic surrounding, and it's definitely worthwhile to come and study in Munich. And with us, of course.
I think when I visited, I went to a festival called, was it Tollwood?
Exactly, yeah.
It was just full of art and music and food, and I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, correct. So you have that in the summertime and in the wintertime. So it is twice a year.
Great. In terms of housing, if a student is studying for the semester, what is the process in terms of housing? Is it nearby? Is it guaranteed?
Well, when they start applying for a place here in Munich, so you start to nominate them here in Munich, and then they have to apply. And within the application, they have to tick a box saying, yes, I want accommodation from the university, or no, I don't. And if they tick the box with yes, they will go into a lottery. And when they're lucky, they will get a place in one of the student halls. The student halls are not from the university. It's like privately owned. It's called Studentenwerk in Germany. And they are around Munich. So that means it could be nearby, but it mustn't be. So it depends on where you got the place or where you got the apartment. For us, they're okay from the rent, and so it's not that expensive. Nevertheless, if you won't be lucky in the lottery, the international office, they try to help the students finding a place. And so it's not guaranteed, but you got help.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I know you've helped one of our students in the past, so thank you. It's good to know. So in terms of the tourism side, what can students expect from an academic perspective? So are there, what modules can they expect to do? Is there a range of things? Is it, mainly exam based or coursework?
Cornelia, it's in your...
Yes, we do have a set of modules that are offered every semester, starting from international marketing and leadership, hospitality, tourism, research methods, intercultural competence. So those are specific subjects that we offer. But of course, there's a long list of courses in English. That's a list of classes, modules offered from all departments. It's a list of about 120 courses that students can select from. So there should be a wide variety for students to find modules to get credit for and to put into their learning agreement.
That's great, thank you.
And the question was also with coursework. We have different methods of teaching, and at the moment we teach in online most of the times. Yeah, there are small groups of classes, so with not so many students, so it should be quite possible to also interact with local students and with our regular bachelor students.
No, that's great, thank you. And the same question, obviously, on the business side, if that's okay.
Yeah. So we have each and every semester around 30 courses taught in English. And it's a wide range from, let's say, international business administration or international management to international leadership, entrepreneurship. There are a couple of seminars, there are a couple of courses for social skills and things like that, intercultural communication. So everybody is able to find something. Concerning the coursework, so most of them are like writing papers or things like that. So it's coursework based, and maybe a handful are real, exams in the end of the semester.
Oh, that's great, thank you. Another question students tend to ask is, they say, I don't speak German. Am I okay to get around in everyday life, or do I need to know some kind of basic German?
No, so as I said before, so Munich is quite international, so you will make your life through the city and through everything, and only with English. But of course, we encourage the students to take a course, a German course, like a German language course, even if it's a basic one, and just that they are able to learn the basic words like one beer or things like that. So that they can manage in the restaurants and so on in this direction. Yeah.
I found my I hadn't used German since I was 16, and it was very rusty, but I got there.
Yeah, but if you want to go to the bakery and have your bread and things like that, so it's quite nice if you try to do it in German, but yeah.
I think people realized that I was English and just kind of spoke to me in English and gave up.
Yeah, well, here you go.
Thank you. In terms of your support for students, so in terms of the first couple of weeks, is there an induction, and what can students expect from their first couple of weeks studying at your university?
So now we have the two departments again. So in the Department of Business Administration, we have it's called a buddy service. So every incoming student will get a German buddy, and they're caring for the buddy, not only the first days, but during the whole semester. So they will send them an email telling them, well, I'm your buddy. Can I help you with the first steps here in Munich? Should I pick you up at the airport? Do you need any help for the public transport systems and things like that? And of course, there are 2 or 3 induction days at the university itself, where you have your matriculation procedure, where you get the information on how to choose your courses, how to do everything, administrative things here in the institution and things like that. So, and all of the 2 departments, so Department of Business Administration and Tourism, we have an own induction day, all of us, and there we will tell the students about those specific things in these departments.
Yeah, I would like to add that during our welcome session at the Department of Tourism, we usually go through the building, we show the rooms, the cafeteria, the lounge. Motel 1 lounge is very favorite by the students to get a cup of coffee and just sit there and study. And we also put together the timetables with the students. So whenever they need support in registering for classes or putting together the timetable, this is the day where we sit together and take the time to get them ready and started for the semester.
That's great, thank you. And obviously students will be living in the great city of Munich, but is there anything kind of in wider Germany or in the kind of surrounding areas that you would also recommend for students to maybe take a trip to or to experience?
Actually, usually they take a trip to Berlin to see the main city here in Germany. But even if they want to go to Italy, it's just a short ride. It's only a 5 hours drive by car or by train. During the winter time, they usually go to the Alps to do some skiing, snowboarding, things like that. And even in the summer times, you can go hiking. You have all the lakes around Munich, which you can reach by with the suburban train. So you have like the lake beaches and things like that. But even if you have a couple of days off, then you go most of the time to Italy, even to France or to the southern parts of Europe. So yeah, there's loads to do, not only in Munich, but also around Munich.
Maybe we should also mention that we have the international club, the I-Club. It's a group of students who always organize trips, day trips, and just fun days and events for the students, for the exchange students, and also for the international students. I think it's there are some things organized, and of course students can always go on their own as well.
Yeah, that's great, thank you. When I was in Munich, I hopped over to Salzburg to do more Christmas markets, and it was really easy. The transport in links are absolutely amazing, so it was really easy.
Yeah, well, you take the train or anything, and then so you're by an hour and a half or so, you're close to everything. Then yeah.
We have Alessandra here. She's a student from our department, and she is doing an exchange semester in York at the moment. So I hope after talking so much about the wonderful Munich and surroundings that she's not getting homesick, and that she still enjoys her time in York, although the conditions or the situation is not so easy at the moment.
I mean, Alessandra, obviously you're in York at the moment, and we're really happy to have you. You know, even though circumstances are not the best. As a student, you know, from Munich University of Applied Sciences, is there any tips you would give to students who are interested in studying there, or any highlights that you have? Oh, I think you're on mute. Maybe.
Yep. No.
Oh no. Do you want to plug your headphones in and maybe test to see if that works, or? You're on mute there. No. You feel free to type in the chat box if you want to. Really sorry that didn't work. It would be really good to get your your view.
But your students, they can get in touch with her when she's right now in York, so that they can get in touch with Alessandra, and then they can talk to her directly if they want to. And yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, that would be really useful. It's nice that we still have some international students on campus. No, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's technology. I mean, do any of you guys have any maybe top tips for any students interested in coming to study, you know, in Germany, in Munich, and at your university? Is there any tips or anything, or?
well, it's not only the city that it's really nice to be there, but I mean, Munich is one of not only one of the biggest universities of applied sciences in Germany. It's the second biggest one after Cologne. And I would say that, well, teaching the whole research and things like that, it's really high quality based. And yeah, we have loads of our students, when they go out, when they finish university, most of them have right now jobs at the end. So that's not that bad. And of course, because of the international companies, or a lot of companies here around Munich, the cooperation between the university and the companies it's quite good. So it's very applied based, the teaching and the learning, and that's the most important thing. What's good for the students here in Munich, and what makes it also attractive, of course.
Thank you. Anyone want to add anything, or? No.
We have already mentioned so many things. Munich and the university are so attractive. So yeah, it's just we are supporting the students as good as we can, and we love our jobs. Yeah, it's we identify ourselves with what we are doing because we think it's an important experience for students. So just all come to Munich.
I really enjoyed the city. It was wonderful. It really was. I'm gonna stop recording now.
Maybe we just have to mention that we of course have very good in academics. The courses are wonderful. The professors are very, very good. So of course, I mean, we have to mention that also for the academic side and the learning, the students should join us as soon as possible.
That's good. I've got from Alessandra, thank you for typing. Public transport system is really good. I agree. I found that it was amazing. It was cheap, on time and tidy. She's studying tourism management in Munich, and she's only had good experiences with her tutors, and everyone is really helpful. Thank you for popping that. It's really nice to hear the experience that you have had being a student there. I will, if it's okay, I will stop recording now. So thank you everybody for answering my questions. Stop recording.